Ladies, have you ever wanted a man to feel about you the way you feel? When you are falling hard for someone, you know that feeling when your heart skips a beat. Every time your phone lights up when you find yourself smiling just thinking about his voice, or when you keep replaying your last date in your mind, like your favorite movie scene. Well, what if I told you there are 5 psychological tricks backed by real science that can make him feel that exact same way about you today? I'm sharing 5 powerful techniques you can start using immediately to create emotional addiction. The kind that keeps him thinking about you, constantly craving your attention, and wanting to spend more and more time with you. And no, this isn't about manipulation or playing games. This is about understanding how male psychology works and how to spark real emotional connection and desire in a way that makes you unforgettable. Let's dive in. 1. Always leave him wanting more. We're starting strong with a tip that's simple in concept, but powerful in execution. Have you ever been on a date that went so well, you didn't want it to end? Everything just flowed, the conversation, the connection, the chemistry, perfection. But here's the truth. If you want him to crave your presence and think about you nonstop afterward, you have to leave him wanting more instead of stretching the evening out until it fizzles. Be the one who ends it while things are still electric. Why? Because psychologically, people remember the peak and the end of any experience most vividly when you end the date on a high note. When he's laughing, smiling, feeling totally into you, you create a lasting emotional imprint. You become the highlight of his day. So even if you want the night to last forever, and I know that feeling, pull away. Just a little. Let him go home, thinking, I can't wait to see her again. That anticipation, that longing, that's the seed of emotional addiction. 2. Be the woman he feels amazing around. Attraction isn't just about how you look. It's about how you make him feel when he's with you. If you want a man to crave you on a deep emotional level, you have to become the source of his favorite feelings. You want to be the woman who lights him up, lifts his spirit, and makes him feel like the best version of himself. Here's how you do that. I use his name. Often, there's something deeply personal and powerful about hearing your own name, especially from someone you're drawn to. Every time you say his name with warmth, admiration, or even their playful flirtation, you're forging a deeper connection instead of just saying, hey, or you're funny. Try James. I love how your mind works. Wow. David, it personalizes the praise, and his brain associates that compliment with who he is, not just what he said. Be the look of love when you're with him. Make sure your eyes say what your words don't. Look at him with intention. Let your eyes linger just a second longer than expected when he's talking. Maintain soft, engaged eye contact that says, I see you, and I want you. Prolonged eye contact increases emotional intimacy. It's like a psychological glue that draws people closer without a single word being said. See, smile. Genuinely, your smile is your secret weapon. When you greet him with a warm, joyful smile, especially one that lights up your eyes, you create an emotional association between your presence and happiness. He starts to feel that just being around you makes his world better. And that feeling, it's addictive. 3. Vary the timing of your text responses. Yes. Really, this next tip is rooted in psychology specifically. Something called a variable interval. Reinforcement schedule. It's the same principle that makes slot machines so addictive. The reward doesn't come at predictable times, and that's what keeps people hooked. They keep pulling the lever, waiting for the next hit. Now apply that to texting. If you always text him back in an instantly. He stops wondering, he expects it. There's no suspense, but if sometimes you reply right away, and other times it takes 10 minutes an hour, or maybe you even forget to reply. Until the next day, you're creating anticipation. He starts checking his phone more, wondering what you're doing, thinking about you, getting a little dopamine rush every time you do respond. Important note, this doesn't mean playing games or acting disinterested. It means living your life, maintaining your boundaries, and letting communication unfold naturally with a touch of unpredictability. Remember, if you're always available, you're taken for granted, but when your time and energy feel earned, you become infinitely more valuable in his eyes. For let him pursue you. Let's be honest, when we really like someone, it's so tempting to text. First plan the next date or send that thinking of you a message. But here's the deal. Men are wired to pursue. When a woman steps back and gives him the space to initiate, she awakens that natural drive in him to chase to court and to win her attention. And it's not about playing hard to get. It's about letting him invest in the connection. Because what people invest in, they value more. So lean back. Let him be the one to text first. Let him plan the date. Let him wonder what you're doing, instead of updating him constantly. It may feel counterintuitive, especially if you're used to taking the lead. But when you allow a man the space to pursue you, you're creating a dynamic where his desire grows stronger over time. And when a man has to work for your affection, he won't just crave you. He'll treasure you. 5, release the pressure of expectations. This one is big, especially for women with big hearts and romantic souls. When you meet someone amazing, it's easy to start imagining the future. Vacations together, holidays, even what your names would look like on a wedding invite. But here's the danger. When you start expecting too much too soon, you shift your energy from experiencing to evaluating. You're no longer present. You're comparing real-life moments with fantasy expectations and setting yourself up for disappointment or anxiety. Instead, I want you to approach your connection with curiosity, not pressure. Let him unfold. Let the relationship breathe. Don't rush the outcome. Enjoy the journey. Because when a man senses that you're fully enjoying the now, not just fixated on the future, which tip do you struggle with most? Until next time, stay radiant, stay empowered, and remember, you are the prize. He relaxes, opens up, and feels safer investing in you. Paradoxically, the less pressure he feels, the more he'll start imagining a future with you. Ladies, emotional connection isn't about looks or availability. It's about knowing your worth and leaving a lasting impact. If you want a man to crave you, chase you, and think about you nonstop, it all starts with how you show up in the small moments. Be a little mysterious. Let him pursue. Make him feel amazing, but stay grounded in your power. Not a fantasy, because when you excite his mind and heal his heart, he won't just want you. He'll need you. If this spoke to you, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs this reminder. And tell me in the comments,